Dmitry Bivol stands out as one of the top lightweight champions in the world, and it appears many fighters avoid facing him. With an undefeated record, Bivol credits his unique strength to a training style from the Soviet Union. Get ready to discover his secrets, but don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe before we dive in. Dmitry Bivol's journey into boxing is a testament to his diverse heritage and unwavering determination. Born in Kyrgyzstan to a Korean mother and Moldovan father, Dmitry developed a passion for boxing at the age of 6. His early talent was evident to his first trainer, Sharov, who noted his impressive achievements among juniors. After moving to St. Petersburg, Russia, Dmitry's enthusiasm for boxing intensified despite his parents' initial preferences for academics. He joined the esteemed boxing school at the Palace of Pioneers, where he trained under renowned coach Nikolai Isaev, who instilled in him the traditional Soviet boxing style and recognized his potential as a future champion. Dmitry later teamed up with Gennady Mashianov, his current trainer, and together they navigated his rise in amateur boxing, resulting in an outstanding record of 268 wins and 15 losses. Balancing his boxing career with education, Dmitry earned a degree in physical education, sport, and health from St. Petersburg University, which has been instrumental in his disciplined approach to professional training. Dmitry Bivol's boxing prowess is deeply rooted in the rigorous Soviet Union training system, which emphasized sports as a demonstration of socialist superiority. The regime focused on amateur boxing, seeing success in international competitions like the Olympics as a testament to its strength. Their boxing school was renowned for producing dominant champions through a systematic approach. Key to this system was technical mastery, with fighters trained to execute precise punches, maintain proper footwork, balance, and effective defense. Additionally, exceptional physical conditioning was emphasized, incorporating cardiovascular, strength, and endurance exercises, often blended with boxing movements. This comprehensive training shaped Dmitry into the disciplined and technically proficient boxer he is today. Boxing training, much like modern-day strength and conditioning, focused on various exercises like landmine presses and medicine ball throws. Conditioning sessions were intense, lasting for hours at times, pushing athletes beyond their limits. Tactical intelligence was emphasized, with coaches teaching boxers to study opponents carefully, analyzing their strengths, weaknesses, and tendencies. This tactical awareness allowed fighters to adapt strategies and responses to different situations effectively. Mental resilience was considered as crucial as physical conditioning. Athletes were trained to maintain focus and composure under pressure, developing the mental fortitude needed to overcome adversity and perform at their best, even when fatigued or injured. Boxing training was grounded in scientific principles, with coaches constantly refining and updating methods based on sports science research. The Soviet school of boxing was highly successful at the amateur level, producing athletes with incredible ring generalship and dominating performances. Dmitry Bivol, shaped by this system, still implements its principles into his training regimen today. A typical day in Bivol's training schedule starts with a morning walk at around 8 a.m. followed by breakfast and rest until late morning. His first training session usually occurs around midday, consisting of boxing, running, or strength and conditioning exercises. Afterward, he showers and has lunch before resting again in the early afternoon. If there is a second training session, it usually takes place in the late afternoon, focusing on boxing or strength and conditioning. Bivol then has dinner around 5 or 6 p.m. and rests for the remainder of the evening, ensuring he's asleep by 10 p.m. Even outside of training camp, Bivol maintains his fitness level, staying in shape and keeping sharp with his techniques. Gennady Mashianov has been Bivol's trainer throughout his professional career, guiding him to success with his disciplined approach to training and adherence to the principles of Soviet boxing. While Isaev was crucial in Bivol's development, it was Gennady Mashianov who believed Bivol could go far in boxing. Despite all of Bivol's success, Isaev told him, "You are a winner, but I only work with champions." However, Mashianov convinced Bivol to turn professional and has been a key reason for Bivol's success and discipline throughout his career. Bivol also values Mashianov highly, referring to him as a second father. Now let's look at Bivol's training routine. Bivol finds morning runs boring, preferring to be in the gym practicing boxing. However, he recognizes running as an important part of his training. "I usually run, but not every day," he says, I hate running, it's boring, it's really boring, but I try to make my running like prayer, like meditation. There are clips of him running in big groups, possibly to help with the boredom. He also does a lot of hill runs to enhance muscle strength, cardiovascular endurance, and speed, while also building mental resilience. He uses jump rope before a boxing session to warm up and sometimes after a session to cool down. Interestingly, unlike other Eastern European fighters like Lomachenko and Usyk, Bivol doesn't swim. At the end of his runs, he might do a bit of shadowboxing to keep things fresh. When it comes to boxing training, one of the first things Dmitry Bivol does is stretch. Stretching is often overlooked, but crucial for enhancing flexibility, aiding muscle recovery, and reducing soreness after training or fights. Bivol emphasizes its importance, saying he stretches regularly, which keeps him flexible and ready. After stretching and jumping rope, Bivol moves on to shadowboxing. He practices his technique, focusing on footwork and the in and out movement he uses in fights. He is often shadowboxing in front of a mirror, which helps him see his movements and correct any mistakes in real time. This visual feedback helps him develop correct technique and mental focus. Even during his runs, he sometimes shadowboxes, a technique inspired by legendary heavyweight Joe Louis. The heavy bag is a crucial part of his training. Bivol uses it to work on power and conditioning, moving around and using combinations as if facing an opponent, rather than just standing still and hitting the bag. Bivol also uses reaction bags like the double end bag and the cobra bag. These help him work on rhythm, footwork, and setting up power punches while staying defensively responsible. Watching him use these bags, you can see his precision and focus. For mitt work, Bivol uses a variety of combinations, often incorporating straight punches and Soviet hooks, before quickly moving out of range and returning. He also uses the punch shield. His training is consistent across different tools, always maintaining discipline and form, which builds muscle memory for fight night. The saying, train as you fight as you train, fits Bivol perfectly. Finally, sparring ties all his training together. His coach, Gennady Mashinov, often brings in sparring partners who resemble Bivol's upcoming opponents. For instance, when preparing for Canelo Alvarez, they brought in Joel Diaz, worked on strategies to keep Canelo at bay with jabs and frustrate him. Diaz noted that Canelo tries to dominate, but gets frustrated if things don't go his way. This approach worked, as Bivol's constant jabbing irritated Canelo early in their match, leading to Bivol's unanimous decision victory. For strength and conditioning, Bivol relies on coach Taylor Randall, who incorporates a variety of exercises like isometric, plyometric, speed, and strength training. This includes medicine balls, trap bar jumps, bandit drills, and rotational core work. Randall's goal is to make Bivol stronger and more powerful in the ring by improving his balance and kinetic chain. While some critics claim Bivol lacks power due to his size, his in-ring performance shows otherwise, thanks in part to Randall's training methods. Randall outlines their training regimen: heavy training with sparring and strength exercises on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, incorporating contrast and overspeed training for power and muscle building. Tuesday and Thursday focus on boxing-specific drills and lighter activities like jogging. Saturday is reserved for a longer run. As the fight nears, intensity rises while volume decreases to prevent overtraining and injury. Recovery is vital for Bivol, including proper warm-downs, stretching, and daily full-body massages from his therapist, Ilya. He also uses an acupressure mat before sleep to relax, reduce muscle tension, and improve blood flow for better recovery. Regarding Bivol's diet, there isn't much detailed information available, but he has mentioned that he enjoys trying different types of food while maintaining a healthy diet and lifestyle. Since he typically fights at his natural weight, he doesn't undergo extreme weight cuts like some other fighters. He also takes multivitamins and uses melatonin to help with sleep and recovery when traveling. One of the most important aspects of Bivol's success is his mindset. He consistently stays calm and collected, embodying a stoic attitude. This demeanor is likely influenced by the Slav boxing system where he trained. Bivol isn't flashy. He stays grounded in reality. For example, before his fight with Canelo Alvarez, many hyped Alvarez as unbeatable. Bivol, however, remained unfazed and focused on the task at hand. He said, "Most people think about him like he's untouchable or he's unstoppable or he has enough power to beat super heavyweights. Sometimes it's funny." Bivol also has an interest in psychology, which he explores through reading. During training camps, he always has a book with him, One of his favorites is The Power of Now, which emphasizes the importance of being present in the moment, crucial for boxing. An interesting insight into Bivol's motivation came from an Instagram post by BoxRaw CEO Ben Amana, who trained with him. When asked what drives him to do the hard work even when he doesn't feel like it, Bivol said he doesn't want to feel regret in the locker room before a fight, thinking he could have done more. This idea of avoiding the pain of regret overcomes the pain of hard work. Though Bivol may not have the biggest personality in the sport, his dedication to his training is evident. He believes in putting everything into his preparation so that he has no excuses come fight night. This disciplined approach, combined with the influence of the systematic Soviet style, has made him one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Bivol's success also highlights the importance of having a strong support team. His rigorous training, focus on recovery, and mental fortitude set him apart from other champions. His methods and mindset have intrigued many in the boxing world, and it's likely we'll see more fighters adopting similar approaches in the future. What are your thoughts on Bivol and his training? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to make more valuable content like this.